Hi all, welcome to this Project Team of the Year guide, kind of covering all the SBCs. This is like the player SBCs that are currently say within the game just now, but also potential SBCs that will drop during Team of the Year, but also touching on like the upgrade packs and so forth. So there's quite a lot to delve into this. I'll break it down step by step, so you're welcome to go through it as you please and have this on in the background. So you're welcome to smash likes, always folks, we much appreciate. Sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, G is a legend. All the links are down below for posting the channel and social media links as always. Basically what we are focusing on is the objective cards that you have obtained, either it be through the milestones, the season rewards, or through players like Kunde, Mukalele, Rodrigo that have been the objective player for that week and you've unlocked them, and we're just building squads for various SBCs. It's because people will have these cards. A lot of the times people just don't use them and they're like, oh, I've got you might pack during Team of the Year, you might pack untradables, duplicate, and you're like, oh, I'm trying to work out how do I do these SBCs. I've got a Soria or a Yuri Beriesh or whoever it may be, and the way you break it down is you say to yourself, right, what SBCs are out there, what can I do, can I do it? And you're trying to save yourself not only players, but you're trying to save yourself coins in the process, because you might want to be doing more SBCs to get more packs. Now with Aspas especially, what you will commonly find is that he is obviously got 30 days, so you've got plenty of time to do it. Now La Liga, I was noticing the common trend was basically going heavy on like La Liga to cover some of the aspects, with the EFL milestone cards covering the rest. And then when it came to obviously his 84 rated squad, it was EPL players. Now you see 285s in Lacazette and Keita. Navigator was a season 2 reward if you got to level 30. Lacazette was the season reward for level 30 if you got that far, only if you unlocked those cards. I didn't, because I can't get to level 30 because of the way I've approached this year. And however, in Jota I haven't unlocked because I don't do squad battles this year, so it's a bit of annoying. It's like the only objective card I haven't unlocked. But for example, if you had Jota and you're saying to yourself, try to save myself coins and all that, that's just how you would, like, if I had Jota, Naby Keita and Lacazette, that would push up to 69. And then if you have an 80 rated card that's EPL, you get the extra 1 chem. Vlakio Demos is untradeable, is just someone I bought for 650. But Bellerin, Baumgartel, Long, Lima, Bojan, Balassi were all done through objectives. You already get the loyalty anyway. Baumgartel is in just for rating, but there's so much flexibility with it anyway, and also depending how you do it, you can easily save yourself coins at different avenues anyways. So in theory you could almost do Aspas for nothing, depending on what you pack within Team of the Year, but also depending what objective cards are there. That gives you your 80, like 2s, 83s, 84, 80, basically 82, 86s a use. Now I'm using Robin as an example. There may be like a Team of the Year flashback player that might drop, like say a Ribery for example. I'd imagine it'll be more than one route anyway. But with Robin just now, if you wanted to do him, fairly straightforward. The inform example I just used was Bernardoni, and then from there it'd be like the foot freeze Volland, Hernandez and Kimpembe, just as 2 players say you've got in your club that are I just looked at the chemistry and the rating, so I was like, Kimpembe and Hernandez link up perfectly. Then Fub, if you get to level 15 for this season, he can be the right mid that you can throw in. Mateus Cunha, if you've done the headliners version this week, or it was dropped initially last week, and during Team 1, Molly, if you've done the league player for him, which was in season 1. Then you have Kingsley Coman's team in the group stage. You have Delafeu league player, which is season 2, Correa, which was road to the final, and then Van Bergen's milestone card. So right away, if you get Fub, you'd get to 76 chem, and say if you've got Kimpembe and Louis Hernandez in your club, that would push you up to 78 if they're packed. Bernardoni is bought by the way, so you're perfectly fine, and if you needed to adjust chem even still, you've got 5 players that you can adjust for chemistry regardless, so you're pretty flexible on this. That's what's quite good with that one. So if it was an 85 rated squad obviously, so it would be, that's just one way to use players that if you're not going to use them and you're just like, oh, might as well want a player that's going to save me a fortune, might as well do it. With other SBCs, like the 80 player pick, pretty academic, do it league by league. So you work through, say Premier League, you do Premier League, get your 2 rares and make sure it's then the other 6 players are non-rare Premier League, and you just kind of work from there. So you do Premier League, Championship, Ligue 1, Serie A. You can do a League 2 because there's quite a few, there's I think there's 4 now you're up to. So you can do half of this using second tier France, but you can tie that into Ligue 1 depending on what you have. Or you could even maybe do Ligue 2 and Serie B, that way you get like the Monza players and Spal, the goals that are within the league basically. From like there you would then just go Bundesliga, second Bundesliga, La Liga, second tier in Spain, Denmark, Belgium, Chinese Super League, Eredivisie, Greek League. You just work through it, and this is pretty much the trend that you do for the 80 player pick, the 81 doubles and the 82 88s. The 81 doubles, obviously you just make the 7 rares fit accordingly. Because the chem's only 30, it's usually pretty academic, and especially when it's one league, it's straightforward as well. Like usually for rares, if you're focusing on trying to buy any in particular, or even the golds, try and look at what's not being used currently. So Liga NOS, Belgium, Turkey are most common for leagues to kind of buy like the rares and commons. Like especially like the reason why Portugal and Turkey are usually very good is because there's a decent supply, especially in Portugal. That's what I've noticed, especially Portugal and Turkey just have a very healthy supply. Belgium as well, of quite a good few rares, especially Pro League, but it's sometimes your common gold can be a little bit lighter, but there's still enough to work with buying cheap, especially if you're buying them for 650. The 82, 88 or even 81, 87, depending on what drops, you need 9 golds. The other one was 6 if memory serves right. Same rules apply. Make the 9 golds be 1 league, and then make your 2 bronze players be whatever league. Just work through your bronze supply. Focus on the off leagues first, like League 1, League 2, League 2, third Bundesliga, second Bundesliga, Austria, Australia, Denmark's, Finland, Norway, Sweden. Basically work off like through the leagues, and before you know it, you just rack up 82 88 packs. And what you'll find as well from the 82 88s, 81 doubles and 80 plus player pick, those same players you can put into other SBCs, and you find yourself sorted in no time. With like the rated upgrades, like be the 86 plus, 84 player pick, even though the Santos, you could have used him as an example as well. These same players you can just put into one particular route, and what you'll usually find is the players themselves fit in perfectly fine, because you've usually got enough of one league to work from. So like this 86 plus example, we've got all the La Liga specials currently that you can get, and basically you throw them in to one part of the squad. You can make the goalkeeper be La Liga just to cover your back for chem, and then you just look at what else you have within the objective players, and you say, right, I can just do one side being, in this case, Championship with one MLS, and you've got plenty of flexibility. You can easily adjust this still if you wanted. Lima can be adjusted for a lower rated, and because Koundé's a live card, he has room to go up as well, so you have plenty of flexibility. And this can happen with a lot of cards. Sometimes as well, you'll look at certain things and be like, oh, I don't really want to use that card because it's using him up. Even if you're enjoying the card, if you don't have a use for it at all, this is what these SBCs are perfect for. It's just to get them used up, because at the end of the day, you may as well use them up if they're there to be used. With the Lords Player of the Month, for example, same rules apply. I know I'm using sometimes the same players, but it's because I'm just trying to show other different players of wanting to go for different things. So you sometimes look at what the requirements are and how easy to kind of build the routes. With the Lord, easy way is mostly League 1. So Rajkovic, Mukalele, his Scream card, Rule Breaker even, Foot Freeze, Volland, Koscielny, Lima, team of group stage Coleman at left mid, the league player Molly from season 1 at centre mid, the informed Santa Maria and informed Mateta are the two informs. I just used these two because one, they're both French and it was relatively straightforward to go for. Matthias Cunha for the next midfielder, and then Zhong Wu Yong if you did the level 15 player for season 2, you can put him in at right mid and that would keep you sorted. It would save you having to obviously spend like on a player. Yes, Koscielny is a player that you've basically either maybe bought or packed, but even still you'd be done and sorted in no time. It is also worth noting as well that the chemistry is only completed because Coleman, Molly, Cunha, Volland, Mukalele, Lima are all packed, are obviously classed as packed because they're first owners. Rajkovic in my case is first owner because I packed him, and if you obviously got Zhong Wu Yong, that gets you an extra one chemistry as well. And it is also worth noting that Molly and Cunha you can get 2 extra chem from for the position changes, and that would cover your back as well. So from all of that, so that's just a number of SBC examples that could happen, because remember as well, you could realistically, most of these SBCs that you can do are probably going to be up to about 80, like 83, 84, 85 rate squads, relatively straightforward, and then you'd be done and dusted in no time. With the players in general, you've got a good amount of flexibility. Now I've broke it down on, I've got like a document I've broke down everything for. Now coming to it all in general, the players that you have from the Premier League, you have Bellerin, league players, Foot Freeze, Balassi, season awards Lacazette and Keita, depending if you did season 1 and season 2 for level 30, one to watch Jota if you complete him in squad battles at start of FIFA, and then you have Vidra and Adams silver stars card, but those silver stars are very unlikely to be used, so keep that one in mind of how you go about that one. Then depending for League 1, you've got Molly's league player for season 1, Volland, Foot Freeze, Bernat if you opted for him instead of Lacazette. Fub is the season 3 level 15 player, depending if you go for him over Bakambu or Duncan, and then Keane and Sambia for the silver stars informs there. Serie A is Delafeu's league player, Carrerzo to the final. Romagnoli was the season 2 level 30 card instead of Naby Keita or Aspas. You have Tello, you have Duncan as level 15 players for Serie A, depending if you went for them instead of Zhong Wu Yong or Aidu, and then obviously Romero for the Silver Stars player, which is a team group stage card. Bundesliga, you've got Matthias Cunha's headliners, Mukalele Railbreaker, team of group stage Coleman, Zhong Wu Yong for level 15. Sabitzer was a level 30 card in season 1. Silas Wamanin Tuka and Andrich are the informs for the Silver Stars there. La Liga is Guedes league players 85 currently out just now. Kappa Foot Freeze. You have Aspas for the level 30 card for if you did season 2. Aidu for level 15 player. Rodrigo, Koundé and Beckham. For those cards, Rodrigo is also a rule breaker, Koundé is a road to the final, and Beckham was the player that you got if you've just been playing the game. Eredivisie is Van Bergen, Baumgartel and Gravenberch, which are Squad Foundations cards. Bakambu is the level 15 player for Season 3, which I will be going for personally, to help towards potential Squad Foundations for CSL. Bojan, Lima Long are the Squad Foundation players in MLS, but Mukhtar and Dam. Championship is Dak, Sinclair and King. Akinfenwa are rule breakers, so keep that in mind, you can't use him as an inform. Dam is obviously a foot freeze. Austria, Okafor and Adeyemi are informs for Silver Stars, and Saudi is Romarinho. All of these, and I've not got Andrich on my bench because he's in my unassigned, but it's fairly straightforward. But there's, as I said, there's so many different SBCs that you can piece together and structure that you need accordingly. I expect to be doing SBCs during Team of the Year, to get more cards, more packs, more players, etc., and just have a bit of fun. Like, a lot of these cards I've used anyways, and I've had a lot of fun at their expense. But let me know if you need any other further breakdowns at all. I'll put in the description as well, like the players that you can unlock as well, with links. So hopefully you find all of this useful. So smash likes always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, G's a Legend. Take it easy all, and I will catch you all later.